80's. Cheers from Norway. I thought I'd do a part 2 of the alternative music that I used to listen to and listens to from the 80s and 90s and so. Not the regular things like Iggy Pop and Sex Pistols, The Clash, Misfits, Dead Kennedys and those records. I'm gonna make some videos later with those, Ramones and so. So let's start with some of the records that I listened to back in the 80s and 90s and that I recommend and haven't listened to since that time, but I listened to a lot of them today, so I was kind of surprised. First is Rank and File. This is self-titled. It's not their first album. This is from 1987 on Rhino Records. Great rock music. Recommend this. Next one is the Celibate Rifles from Australia. Blind Ear, great album. Great distortion garage rock and roll. Celibate Rifles from Australia, Blind Ear. This is 1989 on True Tone Music. Celibate Rifles. Another great, this is a classic. It's the Vibrators, Pure Mania from 1977 on Epic Records. Great album, great punk album. I recommend this one. The Vibrators, 1977, Pure Mania on Epic Records. A fun album that makes me laugh. It's the Dickies Second Coming from 89 on Enigma Records. Here is a great song. Going Homo is a great song. Great cover art. The Dickies Second Coming from 89 on Enigma. Some UK rockabilly. The Long Tall Texans. Saturnalia. It's a cool record if you like rockabilly. Rockabilly with a punkish edge to it. Long Tall Texans from Brighton, UK. It's on, I'm not sure what label. Let's see. 1989 Razor Records. Long Tall Texans from Brighton, UK. The Rave Ups, The Book of Your Regrets. Great rock, alternative rock music. It's on CBS. I got another record or two, at least one more record from these guys. This is 1988, yes, CBS Records, The Rave Ups, The Book of Your Regrets. And this I just listened to today. I haven't listened for like years and years and years. It's the Zulus, self-titled. It's like a six song album from 1985. But the funny thing, it's not metal. It's not, I don't know what you can call it. It's like some alternative rock, but it's on kind of funny because it's on Roadrunner Records of all things. It don't seem to fit on the Roadrunner label. The Zulus, 1985. Cool song, I Can't Wait to Tell You the News. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure where these guys are from. The Zulus. This was pretty good. I listened to this today. Flesh for Lulu, Long Live the New Flesh. It's on Baggers Banquet label. Pretty cool rock, this one. I got another album by these. This is a UK band. This is from 1987. Pretty good album, this one. Flesh for Lulu. Long Live the New Flesh on Beggar's Banquet label. UK band. Some pretty good record, this one. I got a few other albums by these guys. The Del Lords, Frontier Days. Great rock music. This is on Demon Records. Demon Records, 1980s. Let's see. 1985, Demon Records, the Del Lords. These two I listened to today. It's Walking Wounded, Raging Winds of Time, it's called, this album. Album of the Year by an LA band, the Pulse magazine called it. Walking Wounded. A bit of a folky rock. I think the singer sounds like a male version of Tracy Chapman. Raging Winds of Time, a great song on this one. Walking Wounded. It's on Chameleon Records, 1989. This album is dedicated to the children of Central America, he says. Walking Wounded. Great first song on that. And then we got this band. I got some more records by, but I took this out and listened to this today. The Del Fugos, Smoking in the Fields. Great rock and roll band, this one. One of Tom Petty's favorites, actually. And they toured. It was on one of the Tom Petty tours as an opening act. Great album, this one. Move With My Sister, great song. Rock and roll. Kind of Rolling Stone-ish rock and roll. Del Fugos. Whatever happened to these guys, I wonder. It's on, this is on RCA BGM 1989. Great album. And a great punk album. God's Lonely Man, The Lurkers. This is the first band that was signed to Beggar's Banquet, the Beggar's Banquet label, I think. This is 1979. Great rock, punk, new wave-ish band, The Lurkers, God's Lonely Man. I really recommend this one. UK band, The Lurkers, Beggar's Banquet label, 1979. And this one too I was listening today. It was kind of surprised me. It's Johnny Thunders and Patti Paladin, Copycats. It's on Restless Records, 1988. And they do a lot of cover songs. Sorry. They do Alligator Wine by Screaming Jay Hawkins, Treat Her Right, Roy Head, Uptown, the Chamber Brothers, Crawfish by Elvis Presley, Baby It's You, the Shirleys, Can't Seem to Make You Mine, The Seeds, He Cried, the Shangri-Las, I Was Born to Cry by Dion, like a lot of 60s and 50s cover songs. Cool, Johnny Thunders. This one was really surprising to listen to again. I haven't listened to this for like 25 years or something, 20 years at least. It's Dash Rip Rock, None of This World. This is 1990 on Mammoth Records. I have some other Dash Rip Rock albums, but this was really, really good. From New Orleans. Great rock music. I really recommend this. It's produced by Jim Dickinson, that produced some replacement albums and so. Really recommend this one. Dash Rip Rock, None of This World. Great album. And this one too. The Killer Inside Me, Green on Red. from 1987 on Mercury. This too is produced by Jim Dickinson, who produced Replacements and so on. Great song on this called Mighty Gun. Kind of a country, dark rock. I don't know what happened to these guys, Green on Red. This too I pulled out today, I hadn't listened for years. It's The Riches, Winter Wonderland. This is just like hearing the Ramones. So if I had put this on and not told you that it was Riches, if you were a Ramones fan, you would have asked what Ramones album are you playing? Because this sounds exactly like Ramones. From Germany, 1991. On, I'm not sure what label. Let's see. We Bite Records. We Bite Records. Really cool album if you like the Ramones, because it's like the cloning of Ramones. Winter Wonderland, The Riches. And some weird album that I used to listen to. It's Mr. Bungle. Mr. Bungle. 1991 on London Records, original copy in mint condition. This is pretty pricey these days. Features Mike Patton from Faith No More. Mr. Bungle. Funky, avant-garde, hardcore, I don't know what you call this music. It's Mike Patton. And some crossover, hardcore, fun. Crazy. It's Adrenaline OD. Adrenaline OD. It's a weird album by Humongous Fungus Among Us, it's called. This is cool. This is on Rough Justice. It's punk, hardcore, fun. Pizza and beer, fishing musician, Pope on a rope, yuppie. Commercial cuts, crowd control, Velvet Elvis, Fuck the Neighbor, Surf and Dew. I recommend this one if you like that kind of SOD, fun, punk, hardcore. Adrenaline OD. This is what year? Let's see. (1986). 86. Go on, Adrenaline OD. And then we have The Accused, The Return of Martha Splatterhead. This too is hardcore. It's on Combat, 1986, or Subcore Records, and distributed through Combat. Hardcore, punk. The Accused. Some songs recorded 84, some 86. Go on. And then this I used to listen to a lot. It's a 12-inch EP. It's Discharged. It's a warning: Her Majesty's government can seriously damage your health. This is Maggie Thatcher. It's a 4-song EP. Discharge was like a hardcore punk band from the UK. This band influenced bands like Slayer, Metallica, Celtic Frost. Tom Warrior has said in an interview he started playing guitar after hearing Discharged. So big influence on the metal scene, the thrash and speed metal scene. Discharged. I want to show you. I really recommend this one. Discharged Society's Victims. It's a 3-box set CD with all their EPs, records and stuff. Really cool one. Discharge 3 CD set. This is from 2004. Really cool if you're into hardcore punk. Crossover to a little bit speed. And then we have Adam and the Ants. not the Prince Charming and those records, but this is the first one. Dirk Wears White Socks, 1979, on Do It Records. Kind of weird record, this one. Adam and the Ants, before the pirate stuff. And this one too, Psychedelic First, Talk Talk Talk. This has Pretty in Pink on it, that inspired to make the movie Pretty in Pink. This was where they got the idea, I think. I think it features in the movie too. Psychedelic First, 1981, CBS Records. And the best of Psychedelic First. All of This and Nothing. President Gas is a cool song. Sister Europe too, a cool song. New wave-ish, dark 80's. The Stranglers, the collection 1977 to 1982. The Stranglers, great song. Peaches, Hanging Around, great song. No More Heroes. This is on EMI. It's from the 80's sometime, this one. Collection. One of my favorite punk albums. I bought this when I was like 14, 1984, when it came out. Brassy Wheels, Black Leather Girl. Great album. Clay Records, 1984. Very melodic sounding, these guys. Love the song called The Prisoner on this one. Original from Leeds, these guys. UK. Great Anti-Noel League collection. Long Live the League. It's some live stuff, it's some remixes, studio stuff. Where the League is here, So What is here, Streets of London is here, Let's Break the Law. I Hate People, cool song. Anti-Noel League. Castle Communication, 1985, I think. Classic punk. This one too, Hersham Boys by Sham 69. This is a double, includes a 312-inch with If the Kids Are United long version too. This is on Polydor Records, 1979. Great fold-out cover. Cool, Sham 69, Hersham Boys, classic UK punk. Great fold-out, this one, great drawing. Classic UK punk. A band I really liked and still like is Warrior Soul. Last Decade, Dead Century. It's not metal, it's not punk, it's something between, like a hybrid of those two. I really like the album after this one. I can't remember what it's called. I have it on CD. Warrior Soul, 1990. Great album, great band. Very political. I saw someone else show this one on the video the other day. I can't remember who. The Mission, Carved in Sand. Used to play this a lot. The song Deliverance, I remember I played a lot. 1990, The Mission. Great song Deliverance. Like a gothic rock thing maybe. A little Sisters of Mercy here and there. The Mission. 1990, Mercury Records. This too, great album. Lord with Yellow Biafra. Al Jurgensen. Alien Jurgensen. Fork Boy, great song on this one. This is Alternative 10 Tackles Records, 1990. Lord, Yellow Biafra from Dead Kennedys. Hardcore punk, political. This one too, Yellow Biafra with DOA. Last Scream of the Missing Neighbors. Great album. That's Progress is killer track. Attack of the Peacekeepers. Full Metal Jackoff is a great song. I think it lasts 20 minutes. This is 1989 or something like that. Alternative Tentacles Records. Great stuff. Yellow Biafra. Recommend those. Some pub rock. Dr. Feelgood. This is some Malpractice. Great band. I got this Verity. Was so happy to get this. I think this is 1975 or something. This is released. Great band. Dr. Feelgood. Sorry, got a little cold. This one too, I used to play a lot when it came out. It's the Javelinas on Elektra Records, 1990. Like a folky, rocky thing. High Hopes is on this one. It's the song Bruce Springsteen cover on one of his latest studio albums. And he covered it back in 1995. This is Tim McConnell is the guy who wrote that song. This guy, I think it is. It's featured here too, High Hopes. The Javelinas, cool album. Some cool new wave punkish rock. It's the Rich Kids, Ghost of Princess in Towers. Rich Kids. This is on EMI Records. This is with Glenn Matlock, who was fired from Sex Pistols, and he joined up with Mitchell. And they formed the band Rich Kids. Great album, this one. Mitchell is produced by Mick Ronson. 1978 this is from. And of course Mitchell they just released this album. And Mitchell went to form Alt.Rock after that. He also played guitar in Tin Lizzy at some shows, I think, Mitchell. Great album this one, Rich Kids, Ghost of Princess in Towers, 1978. Thought I'll show a couple of, not the most known Damned albums, but this is pretty, the Damned, the Black Album. This is a cool album from 1980. A&M Records. IRS it says too. Some dark songs and some punky songs on this one. The Damned, the Black Album, 1980. This is the single version because it's been released as a double version too. Another Damned. This is the mid-80s. Phantasmagoria. This is kind of gothic. Damned. Pretty cool. On MCA Records, 1985. Phantasmagoria by the Damned. And a couple of more. Let's see. This too I remember playing a lot. It's like a compilation. A History of Punk, Burning Ambitions. A double record set. I'm not sure, from the early 80s I think. It's like the Beatles cover. It has Buzzcocks, Wire, 999, Adverts, Slaughter and the Dogs, Stranglers, Generation X, Vibrators, X-Ray Specs, The Saints, Lurkers, Heartbreakers, Adam and the Ants, The Damned, Bootone Rats, The Ruts, Sham, 69, UK Subs, Cockney Rejects, Killing Joke, Dead Kennedys, Exploited, Y Squad, Business, Blitz, Disorder, Angelic Upstarts, cool compilation on Cherry Red Records. And this one too I remember had on cassette when I was a kid, like 80, 81. It's We Do It Our Way. I remember having this on tape. It has Sex Pistols, Rock Around the Clock, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, Stranglers is there, Hollywood Brats, Then He Kissed Me, Those Helicopters, The Flying Lizards, Devo, I remember especially the Devo song, Satisfaction. The Dickies is here, cool compilation, Mona Lisa with a punk hairdo. So I just have a couple more. It's actually some newer bands that I listen to. It's Glucifer from Norway, great Glucifer, they don't exist anymore. It's Automatic Thrill, their last studio album. I'm not sure what year this is, but it's 2000 something. Great album, I recommend this one. Glucifer from Norway, from my home country. And of course the Swedish Helicopter, High Visibility. I got some Helicopter stuff and Glucifer stuff, just thought I'd show this one. Sadly, this guy, Robert Dahlquist, just passed away at the age of 40 on February 3rd, just a couple of weeks ago. He was nearly finishing his second solo album and he suddenly passed away at the age of 40. Very sad to hear that. Great album, great band, the Helicopters. I recommend that. The Scandinavian rock wave there was with Turbo Negro and Glucifer and Helicopters and all those bands. So that's it for part 2 of the alternative hardcore rock, new wave punk. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time it's going to be a metal video, I promise. Until then, greetings from Norway, rock on.